Most of us would agree that blowing on other people's food is less than polite. But when it comes to birthday cake, we barely give it a second thought. However, are you sharing more than you think when you blow out those candles? And is it getting worse with each additional candle and every passing year? Today we're going to find out, when you blow out those birthday candles, are you contaminating the cake? To help us find out, molecular biologist extraordinaire Dr. Adam Rubin. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Ted.
So, is candle blowing a biohazard?
Well, I don't know what we're going to find, but I do know that there are about 100 million bacteria in 1 milliliter of human saliva. And every time you exhale, tiny droplets come out of your mouth. And I'll bet that's going to happen a lot more when you're trying to extinguish a candle, or if you're, say, an excited 5-year-old.
Well, that's appetizing. So, how are we going to test this?
Well, to figure out how many bacteria transfer from your mouth to the surface of the cake, we've made some very special cakes. I call them Petri cakes.
Oh.
They're made from tryptic soy agar, which is an excellent medium for cultivating bacteria. Now, I'm going to have our food tech blow out these candles, and at the same time, Ted, I'd like you to open the cover on the control plate, because a cake without candles will still be exposed to the air. Are you ready? When you're ready, go ahead. Great, and we'll put these in the incubator, and in about 24 hours, any bacteria that have landed on these plates should be visible.
Excellent. Thank you. Americans eat about 100 acres of pizza a day. That's 350 slices a second. And virtually every one of those gooey, chewy triangles comes out of the oven covered in pools of glistening grease. Which means a lot of people wonder, should I blot that lovely liquid before I dig into my delicious pie? So, we're going to answer this slick question sent in by a viewer. How many calories am I saving by blotting the grease off my pizza? Oof. First, we have to find out exactly what this slimy substance is. And for that, we have Jake Ward from Popular Science magazine. Jake, what's your scientific take on this?
That, Ted, is excess oil. It results from inferior ingredients. The oil comes from cheap commercial tomato sauce or processed mozzarella as opposed to fresh.
Wait, you're calling my beloved pizza pie cheap?
I'm afraid so, Ted. This kind of poor quality cheese tends to separate when it's cooked, and the layer of grease on top is the result.
And that, of course, is what leads so many hungry diners to practice the famous pizza blot in an effort to cut back on fat. But is it a smart move or a pointless gesture? To find out, Jake and the research team at Popular Science magazine devised an experiment. We sent our food techs to 25 of the nation's 61,000 pizzerias. They performed the ritual in question and carefully weighed each paper towel, both before and after blotting, to determine the precise amount of grease absorbed. All right, Jake, tell us about the caloric content of your evidence. Does all this blotting add up to a healthy habit?
Actually, yes. The food techs found that the average napkin absorbs about 3.5 grams of oil. This adds up to about 35 calories.
And that's just from one slice. Imagine if you had 2 slices a week. That would be 104 pieces a year.
That's right. And those 104 greasy napkins add up to about 2 cups of grease.
Yikes.
Not only is this vat of grease unappetizing, it's also fattening. This is about 3,640 calories. And that means that at the end of the year, you'd weigh about 1 pound more if you didn't soak up the grease on each slice.
Wow. So there you have it, pizza lovers. Blot away. Get that grease off your pies and off your thighs. We've conducted an experiment to find out if blowing out birthday candles contaminates the cake. And now it's time for the results.
Well, here are the plates from the experiment. We have the one that just sat out, and we have the one that our food tech blew on. And the one that just sat out, our control plate, grew basically nothing. So that's good.
Okay.
And here's the one the food tech blew on. And as you can see, we have bacteria.
So wait, you're saying that blowing on the cake does contaminate it?
Yes, it does.
You're telling me that of the hundreds of birthday parties I've been going to my entire life since I was a kid, with pinning tails on donkeys and smashing piñatas, I've been eating cake with somebody else's spit on it.
Yes.
You seem kind of happy about it somehow.
Sorry, yes. The bacteria landed on the cake through a process that's called droplet transmission, or the respiratory route. The warm, moist droplets that become airborne when someone exhales are the perfect vehicle to carry microorganisms. They don't make it very far, usually less than 3 feet. But when you have someone blowing directly onto food, you're going to see a successful transfer.
But now you've got me thinking about the age of the birthday boy or girl. Would you expect to see more contamination on the cake of an older person because they have so many candles to blow on, or on the cake of a child who's kind of excited and messy?
To answer that, we'll need a mini food tech.
Hello, mini food tech.
Our mini food tech will be blowing out the candles on this cake with 5 candles.
And then, to see if you get more contamination when you have more candles, we'll have food tech number 1 blow out the candles on this cake, 21 of them. Okay. You're getting old there, food tech. All right, food techs, ready, set, blow. Excellent work.
Let's get these to the incubator.
All right. We'll have the results as soon as the Petri cakes have finished incubating.
Well, here's the cake that the 5-year-old blew out, and it's got a lot more bacteria than the one that the adult blew out that had just 5 candles, too.
I will never go to another child's birthday party again.
Well, worst of all, though, was the cake that had 21 candles that the adult was blowing all over to get those candles out. That had more bacteria than anything we've seen so far.
Oh, great. So basically, birthday parties are out for me entirely. I mean, the older you get, the more disgusting your cake. Thanks for ruining birthdays for everyone, Dr. Rubin.
I'm a scientist. That's what I do. Droplet transmission can spread a wide range of germs, from the common cold or flu to more serious diseases like chickenpox. But most microorganisms in the human mouth are not dangerous. So as long as the birthday boy or girl is healthy, it's unlikely that their cake would make you sick.
Either way, I think I'm skipping the candles at my next birthday and just raising a glass. Cheers.
Cheers.